Indian Parliament just passed the online money gaming bill. Overnight, paid fantasy contestants went dark across the web on the biggest apps. So is this the end of the fantasy sports in India or the reset industry badly needed? Have you ever noticed every group has that one friend who's addicted to fantasy sports, who treats Dream 11 like the D-stock trade? He researches the page reports at 2 am, call washout based on the clouds cover, and still texts us he's down 45%. Should he sell the team or buy more? He swears he is an analyst. But when you ask how much he's actually making, he just laughs and says he's in the game of bragging rights. That human gamble, that social dopamine hit, that's the sticky part no marketing deck explains. I'm not here to dunk on the space or defend it blindly. Let's unpack what fantasy sports actually are, and why Gen Z fell in love with them, and what the new law changes, and what it means for job, tech, sports, and your wallet. But first, hey, I'm Shane Shimali, and in this channel, I break down marketing, AI, and business into sharp, actionable insights, which you can use. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, and catch me on Instagram for daily breakdowns. And now let's get started. At its core, fantasy sports turns you into a team manager. You pick real players, their real world performance becomes your points. Your team competes with other people's team. When it's free, it's actually a game. But when you pay entry fees and start winning real money, it starts to look something else. In India, the classic defense is, it's a skill. You study players' form, pitch conditions, batting orders. That's true. There's a thought involved as well. But here's the risk nobody talks about. The thrill beating your friends, the social layer is your gasoline. The timing was perfect. Cheap data, affordable smartphones, IPL every summer, and a generation that lives on group chats. We didn't just watch matches, we played them on our phones. Drafting lineups, talking trash in WhatsApp, chasing the perfect captain pick. In a country where cricket is language, fantasy became an interactive dialect. What the West did it with NFL or Premier League, India did it with IPL, but at 10x intensity. Once the graph started to going up, serious money followed. The model is simple. Entry fees pool into contestants, a platform fee on a top, and a massive spikes on tournaments. Add celebrity ads and team partnerships, and you have a flywheel. In recent year, Dream 11 alone crossed 2,800 crore revenue mark during IPL season, making more in few weeks than any mid-tier startups do all year. Then came the 28% GST on real money gaming. Union economies got squeezed, but the growth didn't die. You could feel a tight tug of war. Users wanted entertainment and bragging rights. The state wanted consumer protection and tax clarity. And in the middle, platform wanted scale. When GST landed and payments got choked, Mobile Premier League MPL didn't freeze, it pivoted. They launched free-to-play Ludo India in-app virtual goods and esports leagues. The fallback helped them to retain users and monetize without the cash contestants. Meanwhile, newer players like Crickpen and Zupi are targeting casual fans, not high-stake players. With their formats, celebrity co-coaching and branding partnerships, educating streams, some even remotes to offer study tips, not cash. With the Parliament's new money gaming law, paid contestants have halted across major platforms. Free-to-play and content can survive, but the put money in and win money out loop is under the tightest spotlight. On paper, the goals are fair. Protect minors, curb addiction, and stop misleading ads. Clamp down on debt traps as well. The open questions are classic Indian. Enforcement, state versus center. Coordination, and whether we pivot a licensing model with strict KYC or enter a long winter. Immediate rival can't be ignored. Dream 11, a team India's lead sponsor, is right at the blast radius. When your national side jerseys partner is a fantasy platform, any freeze in paid contestant shakes not just the app, but the brand deals, broadcast rights, and cricket's commercial ecosystem around it. Also, the government is now faces a trade-off. These platforms were contributing to meaningful GST flows. You can argue the ban protects the users, but it also dents near-term revenue. That's a policy needle on thread. You'll hear this a lot. If someone wants to gamble, they'll gamble anyway. Now they'll just move to shady telegram rooms and offshore sites. There's the truth and a danger here. Push demand underground and you invite worse actors, fewer protections, and zero tax trails. That doesn't mean do nothing. It means the how matters. Clear rules, audited platforms, affordability checks, ad codes, and the hard age gates. So the casual fans stays in the safer, supervised arena instead of drifting into the black market. There is also a positive story. Fantasy turned passive fans into active analysts. People learned stats, roles, pitch conditions, and ecosystem popped up. Data dashboards, content creators, Discord communities, sports tech jobs, which were never heard before. And there is a legit innovation as well. Live projections, fraud detections, AI-assisted lineups, responsible play tooling. If India want more AI talent, sports can be the RAM. Imagine national gameathons where students build injury risk models, fairness checks, or fan engagement tools. Keep up the energy, change the incentives, but the downside is real. When real money means variable rewards, some people spend, but not everyone tells. But the one who do suffer has lost saving, family stress, mental health damage. For teens, college students, a single bad week can become a hole in climb out. There's also status and community effect. In hostels and friend groups, winnings become social currency. That feels great until chasing that feeling becomes your goal. The line between I love cricket and I need to recover losses is thinner than we admit. Fantasy gaming revenue in India in 2024 outpaced the combined online revenue of Bollywood streaming platforms. That's right, matching streaming giants with just cricket and smartphone screens. But here's the twist, while the average user might lose 1,000 a month, the top 5% players actually walk away with 70% of the prize pools. So the fun league is more of a tournament for few, with the big margin for loss carrying the rest. The US cleared out fantasy as scale, but layered strict state rules on top. The UK treated paid fantasy as gambling. License it, monitor it, protect the users. China basically shuts down real money fantasy down and channels it to the ambition into the other arenas like AI, computer vision, analytics. Moral of the story? Labels matter less than the clarity. If the rules are clear and enforced, both users and builders know their boundaries. In short term, revenue shock, paused ads, possible layoff, and yes, lower term GST inflows. In medium term, the industry stays paused for a long time. And with the regulated return, licensing, age gates, affordability checks, and ad codes, it protects the users. If we are smart, we don't throw the tech out of the bathwater. We keep the engagement, lose the harm, and we don't pretend total ban kills the demand. We design a legal alternative so casual fans don't drift to the shadows. This is uncomfortable part. India is now the world's third economy by size, but we lag on income per person. That's the gap which can be closed by deep tech, AI, manufacturing and exports, not with the loopholes. I'm not saying fantasy is evil. I'm saying it can't be the center of gravity for our biggest builders. The same people who optimize entry fee funnels can build sports analytics products, fan engagement platforms, VR coaching, and integrity tech for leagues. Same skills, better compounding. Bans make the headlines, balance build the nation. Fantasy sports in India isn't dead, it's at fork. One direction, it can be cat and mouse game with regulators. The other is the growth of industry that keeps the fun, protects the vulnerable, sustains cricket's commercial ecosystem, and yes, including sponsors, and graduates its best talent into world-class sports tech and AI. We can do better than the loopholes. We can build things our next generation are proud to use. Tell me in the comments below, smart regulation or overreach? And if you have watched the video till the end, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.